So this is my profile on findmeafriend.com or .com. What is findmeafriend.com, do you think?
Sorry, I don't understand.
What is findmeafriend.com? Is it a website? Is it an app? Is it a TV station?
Website.
It's a website, yes. Yeah. And it's dedicated to helping people make friends. All right. So now I'd like you to read the text. You've got 1 minute to read it and answer the question. What does Andrew want you to do? What does Andrew want you to do? Okay. So 1 minute to read and answer the question. All right. Let's begin. Okay, starting now.
Okay, my name.
No, you've got one minute to read it.
Okay.
And then at the end of the 1 minute, I will stop you and say, what does Andrew want you to do? Okay. So you've got to read it. Pero en voz, no en voz alta. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, time's up. So what does Andrew want you to do?
Going to the cinema, reading.
No, that's what I like doing, right? What do I want you to do?
Is a teacher.
No. What do I want you to do?
To do. Oh, I want to make friends from all over the world.
Yes, so I want you to
write emails.
write to me, right? To make friends, okay? Question. What does Andrew love? What does Andrew love?
Andrew love learning language. Also like going to the cinema.
Yes.
Love reading and walking the dogs.
Yes.
Cooking, gardening.
Good. What does Andrew hate?
Oh, Andrew hates cats. I have cats. Andrew hates the spiders.
Ah, okay. So maybe we wouldn't be such good friends then, all right? If I don't like cats.
Andrew hate eating meat, doing nothing.
Right. Now, I want you to write some things on here, Maria Christina, that you like, which is like is love is hate is
Okay.
Maria Christina. Okay.
I like.
Okay, but I'm going to give you access to this so you can practice writing on here. Okay. So just 1 second, spare me. Not too fast. Okay. Oh, yes. So I'm going to give you the link.
I like to dance.
No, Christina. Okay, I want you to click on. You see the link?
Yeah.
Okay.
See the link? Click on the link.
Yeah.
Click. Okay, and you go to.
Okay.
Go to number 3. Okay, and I want you to write some words on that. Yeah, just words. Like, for example, I like the rain. Or to dance. Okay.
I like. I like to dance. I like sleep. I like to eat.
Good. Okay, but what do you love?
I love my cat.
Okay, good. Yes.
My cat. I love my boyfriend.
Oh, good. It's nice to hear.
I
Welcome,
love
Jesus.
Good night.
Good
I
evening. Are you from Mexico?
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay. We've had a lot of rain, right? The bad weather is affecting.
I hate.
Okay, so I'd like you to write some things that you like, you love, and you hate. Okay, on this board. I'm going to give you the link, Jesus. Okay,
Thank you.
there you go. Please click on. Okay, and
Yes.
write some things you like, you love, you hate. It's page 4, slide 4.
Okay.
I hate.
Try writing on that, just words, yeah. You are on slide 4. Look at your name is here.
To play what? Porque aqui está escrito que.
Could you repeat the question?
Could you repeat the question, please?
What question?
The last one.
The last one, or in.
That's
in-
okay. You're doing well.
Mhm.
Vas muy bien. Okay. Jesus likes playing guitar. Good. Listening to music. Very good.
El chico empezó.
Reading
Thank you.
books.
El chico empezó a escribir en mi casillero, digamos. Y yo así, to play.
Pero chévere está.
Jesus, what do you love?
Sí, ya sé, solo
Oh, you love those things. What do you hate? Hate is the opposite, right? Choca. You don't have to write full sentences, just the things that you hate. Yeah.
Oh, Dios
Hate
mío.
unhealthy food. Very good.
Unhealthy food.
Christina's written some great things there. Lies.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's enough for the minute. Now, I'm going to give you a reading. We're going to read this very quickly. Okay. You have 1 minute to read and choose the answer to the question below. Here's the question. What does Karina want? Why does Karina want you to write to her? Why does Karina want you to write to her? Okay. And you've got to choose from these three possibilities. She has a food product to sell. She wants you to go walking in the mountains with you. She wants to practice English and write to people in other countries. Okay, so all you have to do is read quickly and answer those. Choose one of those, all right? So, rapido. Okay, here is the link. Please confirm you have received it. Give me a thumbs up. Did you get it? Thank you. Jesus, what about you, Maria? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got 1 minute to read and answer the question. Okay, time's up. Please choose and submit. Don't worry if you're not sure, just make a choice. And I've got 2 responses. And you are both correct. Well done. She wants to practice English and write to people in other countries. So today, that's what we're doing, Jesus. We're going to be writing a profile of you, so you can encourage people to get in contact. Okay. Now, I want you to help me to label this post. Maria and Jesus. So we have to choose, we have to move these stickies and match them to the letters. Okay, let's do the first one together. Which do you think is contact information? Is it A, B, C, or D?
Maybe D. Please write to me at Karina at her email.
Excellent, Jesus. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Okay. Okay, I need to change the setting there. Okay, and what about, so I'm going to let you do this yourself. So I'm going to give you the Jamboard link. Jesus and Maria. Into the group, there you go. Please click on where it says Jamboard. Give me the thumbs up when you're inside.
What is the meaning of Jamboard?
Excuse me, what is the meaning of Jamboard?
Jamboard, well, it's this thing we're using. The thing you can see on the screen is a Jamboard. It's, come on, Pizarrón Interactivo. Okay, so click on that. Tienes que entrar, okay, and help me to move the stickies to the right places. Right? So, what about things you do in your free time or at the weekends? Number 2, where does the personal information go? Yeah, good. What about things you do well, things you like, things you love, and things you hate? Yeah, let's see. Good.
I'm finished.
That's excellent. Totally right. Good job. So this is, when you write yours, this is the order we're going to do the information. Okay, ordering the information is quite important. Now, what about some of the language? Okay, now, so I'm going to have you both put these connectors into the right places. Okay, so Christina, can you read the first sentence for us, please?
My name's Karina Bosescu.
No, the thing that's on the screen. Can you see, actually, my cat?
Actually, my cat thinks I'm a hero. But
Okay, so which is the missing word, do you think? Is it but, because, or and?
Because
Right, because
her
it's used to give reasons, right? So what is the reason the cat thinks you're a hero? The reason is I saved her from the street. Okay. Can you put the other stickies into the sentences, please? Okay, it's slide 5. Okay, you've got to go to slide 5. You've got to move the can you see at the top there's little arrows? You've got to move the slides.
Oh yeah.
And move the stickies. Jesus, can you read the second sentence, please?
Yes, sir. I'm a talkative person, and I believe communication is the most important thing in a relationship.
Okay, so which is the best choice there? Is it and or but?
And?
Why?
It's an addition.
Okay, but I think there's a contrast there, right? So communication involves talking, but also listening, right? So I think the best choice is going to be but. Can you move but into the right place? Yeah. Christina, can you read the Maria Christina, can you read the third sentence?
I post lots of photos on Instagram, and I really love to share the holiday with someone.
Okay, yeah. So it's both ideas are related to sharing, aren't they? Yeah. So it's similar statements. Which conjunction do we use? And, but, or because? Which do you think?
Because
No, we use and when their statements are similar. So
Oh.
it's and. No.
My post lost.
All right, great. Now I'm going to give you, I think that's enough. That's all the practice we have. Yeah. It says yes. Okay, good. Now, going to give you a slide. Okay, so the slide, let's get rid of some of these slides so we don't have so many. Right. Now, slide 5 is Maria. And slide 6 is Jesus. Yeah? And imagine you are writing your profile for netfriends.com. Try to convince readers to write to you. Okay, so we're going to use the same structure. Personal information, reason for writing, things you do in your free time or at weekends, things you like, love, hate, or do well, and contact details. Now, you don't have to give your real contact details, okay? It's not necessary. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 10 to 12 minutes to write your profile, just like mine, all right? But obviously with your details. Huh? Your contact details you don't have to put, right? Okay, so Christina, you've started, very good. Jesus, please go ahead.
Teacher, which one is the number of my slide?
It's 6. Found it?
Did you share the link?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you arrived a little bit later and you didn't get the link. So let me give you the link directly.
My
Jesus. There you go.
Thank you.
Oops, I made or make. Make. Mm. Pero pues ve. Reason for reading. Reason for reading. ¿Qué te está diciendo?
I'm not take photos. Sol. Lovely for music, especially forget the one of my favorite artists is I go to the gym, el gimnasio. Es como de ahí, amor.
Déjame que no te pongo.
Estoy llorando.
Mm.
Uy, ¿cómo te pusiste con eso?
Mi amor, por favor.
Es que está ahí y después.
I want to meet people. Está bien. I want to meet people.
No,
Me gusta conocer gente.
I like,
Quiero.
I like to meet people. ¿Y qué está diciendo? Ahí usarías el like, por ejemplo.
Es que
Sí.
eso va más abajo. Ven, es.
Si te encanta, por ejemplo, I love.
Verás. Personal information, name, age, job.
Ok.
Check. Reason for writing.
¿No?
Reason for writing. La razón por la que escribo. Porque me gustaría conocer gente.
¿Y tú quieres viajar a otro país que habla inglés? Es lo que te gustaría. I like to meet people around the world. And I hope to travel.
Ay, Dios.
Que no te ustedes suelen estar.
I like to meet people.
Ajá. On travel around the world.
I wish.
Ok.
Porque yo deseo. I wish. Because I wish. Sí, ¿no?
No sé qué sí.
I like to meet people because I wish. Porque deseo. I like to. Deseo. En serio. Bueno, deja yo mismo.
I wish the same. No, es que no. I hope. Because this I hope. I want to travel. ¿Qué te parece? What are you doing? Yeah. And learn English is very important.
Exercise. ¿Cómo se escribe exercise?
Exercise. Do exercise.
The exercise in my house.
Ajá.
Porque ya no voy al gimnasio. Music. Music.
Estás como ahí.
No importa.
Claro que importa estar como la partida son 3 horas.
Son dos. Casi no le entiendo lo que dice.
Y es el básico, ¿no? Yo creo que normalmente en básico igual.
Más de eso básico ya no puedo entender más. Es que literal no sé el verbo to be, no sé más.
Oído, y una triste y así.
Sometimes I cook with I like ya se me olvidó lo que me gusta.
Remember your teacher, you got caught.
Ay, bueno, eso me encanta, eso amo. I like,
I love it.
I like to sleep. I like to eat.
I
I
love
like to eat.
I love traveling. I love photography. I love everything with my dad.
I love to take photos of the nature.
Yes.
Yes.
You have 1 minute left.
Dios.
You're doing very well, Maria. Don't worry. Jesus, you're doing very well as well. Good. Yeah, you're finished. But the time is up anyway. So I'd like you to read your partner's profile and use these ticks or crosses, right? So let's read Jesus's, shall we? Does he include personal information? Yes or no? Yes, right? Because he says, I'm 21 years old, I'm currently a student. He says that very well. Yeah? And so, Maria, you're going to read Jesus is reading, okay? And put these little palomitas, yeah, these little ticks. You just copy them like this, copy and paste. Yeah? And Jesus, I'd like you to read Maria's. Does she include personal information? Well, yeah, she includes her name and her age. She doesn't include her job. That's okay. Yeah. All right. So read your partners. I'll give you about 2 to 3 minutes for this. Okay. Are you clear what you're going to do? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Maria, you look doubtful. ¿Tienes dudas?
Sí. Tengo que leer lo que escribió Jesús y
Yeah.
poner check. No.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay. Exacto.
Jesús. Ay, mm, entiendo. What is the meaning of main thing I like is listening to music? Entiendo que le gusta la música. What I love is, as you guess, playing guitar. I had what is the meaning of place? You can
From abroad es del extranjero. Because it is porque es interesante saber los cambios culturales que dependen de cada país. En el tiempo libre le gusta dibujar partes mecánicas en SolidWorks, que no sé qué será, y le gusta.
Sí, sí, todo eso sí entiendo.
All
Abajo,
right.
the
So I
main
think
thing I like is listening to music.
we're ready to get some feedback. So let's have a look at Maria's. Yes, so she included all these things, didn't she? Did you like her writing, Jesus?
Not really, but I tried.
Ah, but did you like her writing?
Oh, yeah, yes, it's very interesting.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I like the information about the cats. It made it interesting. And Jesus's writing, I think, yes, it was very complete, wasn't it, Maria? Did you like what he wrote?
Yeah, I like Jesus is very interesting.
He is, yes, yeah. And he uses some really good kind of interesting information. I'm really terrible about the guitar. And he does the housework. Yeah, good guy. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Men that do housework, right? Let's just see if there are any things we could improve. You've got some really good paragraphs there, Jesus. It's divided into separate paragraphs like the original, so very good. Yeah, and you've got a strong reason for writing. Main thing I like is listening to music. Yeah, you like playing guitar. Just the spelling of laziness, yeah? So laziness means you don't like working, right? You don't like people who
waste
avoid
time.
work.
Yes.
Good. And then we've got Christina's. Christina, one thing I've noticed is that we need to use capital letters when we talk about people's nationalities. Yeah? So study English or study Spanish, we need to use the mayúscula or capital, right?
Okay.
Also with the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are with small f or big F?
Okay.
Big, right? Big Friday. Yeah. I would say travel for my country. We would say travel around my country. Travel around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To take photos of nature. Yeah. That's very good. You said you weren't confident about English, but you have a very good level. Congratulations. All right, so that's our lesson finished. Hope you enjoyed it, our writing lesson. I'm going to hand over to the teachers now so that you can get to know the teachers who will be teaching you next week and the week after for 4 weeks. All right, so welcome, Josh. You've just taught your lesson. but you've just got here. So is it okay if Santiago goes first? Is that all right?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, I'll give you 15 minutes each. I'll tell you when the 15 minutes is up, and then you'll have a 5-minute tolerance period to close. All right. I'll leave it recording so that you can refer to the recording later to see how well the students responded. Okay. Please
Okay, so
begin.
let me start. Thank you so much. Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
We good.
Great. So guys, my name is Santiago, so I'm gonna be with you these 15 minutes. So we are gonna do this activity, okay? Let me see. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we are gonna answer this question. So I want to know more about you, okay? So team 1 is gonna be Maria, and Jesus is gonna be team 2, okay? So we are gonna start with Maria, okay? So Maria, you're gonna pick one of these numbers. So I click on that, and then we can answer the question, okay?
Okay.
So Maria, give me a number.
Um, 8.
Number 8, right here. Okay, so this is the question. What do you do every day?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Um,
Next moment.
every day I wake up late in the morning.
Go to study how to make nails.
I I take the breakfast. I take the take
Shower.
the s- no, take the shower.
Then
And then
I will to study
I go to study
how to make nails.
nails. How to make nails.
Okay,
And after return my house, I'm cooking my
T-shirt.
¿cómo es almuerzo?
Lunch.
My lunch.
okay,
Dinner.
Um, mm,
After,
for the night, uh,
after night.
at night, I play with my cats.
that's it.
No more.
Good, thank you so much for that. Okay, so Jesus, could you please pick another one? Pick another number.
Yes. 16.
16. Okay, so here we go. So what's your name? Now you know. So you got Jesus. Perfect. So that was an easy one. Good job. Maria, pick another one.
When
Number 1. Let's see. What's your favorite color?
I don't have a favorite color. I like all the colors.
The rainbow.
So you like all the colors. Okay. So Jesus, any favorite color?
Yes, sir. White and black.
Mine is black too. I love black. It's my favorite one. Good job. Okay, Jesus, pick another one. Pick one number.
13.
13. Okay, so you can take points from Maria. How many points are you taking from Maria?
10.
10 points. Okay, so that was gentle. That was nice. Okay, Maria, so now it's your turn. So pick another number.
10.
Number 10. So you can take 15 points from Jesus. That's good. Revenge. Jesus, it's your turn. Pick another number.
Number 9.
Number 9. Let's see. So, what don't you like doing?
To do nothing.
So, anything specific, like maybe you don't like.
I mean, when I do nothing, when I'm just existing.
Okay. So, you like to be active, right?
Ah, that that's
So
it.
you need to move. So, what's your favorite activity then?
Mainly playing guitar,
Oh, nice.
practicing guitar.
Very nice. Do you practice any other musical instruments?
No, no, I don't. Just guitar.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Very nice. Okay. So, Maria, it's your turn.
Number 4.
Number 4. So, when is your birthday?
My birthday is on December 2nd.
December 2nd is very soon. And Jesus, when is your birthday?
July 25th.
July 25th. Nice.
Fifth.
Okay. Very good. Now, Jesus, pick another number.
Number 12.
Number 12. Number 12. Any plans for the future?
Maybe finishing my career. That's all.
Okay. What are you studying, Jesus?
Mechanical engineering.
Nice. In which semester are you in?
Fifth.
How many are they? 10?
9. Just 9.
Ah, okay. So you are missing 4 more. So it's like 2 years, right?
Approximately 3 years.
3 years. Okay. So that's great. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So Maria, your turn. So pick another number.
Number 6.
Number 6. So what's your favorite movie or series?
Uh, um, I like comedy movies or romantic and I don't know how I say suspenso.
Suspense.
Suspense movies.
Okay. Mines are suspense too. I love them. Horror movies, they're my favorite.
No, I hate horror movies.
Oh, really? Jesus,
Yes.
do you like horror movies?
Yes, sir. Of course.
I love horror. They are the best. I can watch them the whole day, all day long. I can watch them all day long. They are nice, very nice. Okay, very good. Let's continue. Jesus, pick another number, please.
Number 3.
Number 3. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. And Maria, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Okay, good job. Maria, could you please pick another number?
5.
Number 5. So other, okay, so Jesus wins 20 points. So you give him 20 points as a present. Okay, Jesus, this is your turn.
Number 7.
Number 7. Do you study or work? Okay, so you're studying mechanical engineer, right? Right?
Yes.
Mechanical engineering. Oh, are you working right now?
No. Right now, no. I'm not.
No, only studying. And Maria, you're studying
Yeah, I
about the nails, right?
study English, study I don't know how I say de todo un poco.
I mean, you're studying everything,
Everything.
but just a little bit.
I study work. I also work
Mhm.
weekends on weekends.
Well,
On weekends.
okay, that's very nice. Okay, let's continue over here. Maria, it's your turn. Pick another number.
Uh, um, 15.
15. So what do you like doing on rainy days?
Mm, on rainy days, I like to take photos of nature. Um, and also mm, sleep.
That's a good plan. As it is cold, so it's a good plan.
50-50.
Okay, good job. And Jesus, what do you like doing on rainy days?
I like go out and work out.
So do you work out under the rain?
Yes,
Oh,
in those parks where there are structures of steel, I think.
uh-huh.
In
So
those
you go to
bars.
the parts where you can find a gym, right?
Yes.
The public gyms that you can see outside. Okay, interesting, very interesting. So you never get sick, right?
No,
No. Okay,
just
good.
when I sleep.
Okay, okay, I see. Thank you so much. Jesus, pick another number.
14.
14. So what's your favorite day of the week?
Mm, I really don't have one favorite day, but Monday probably.
Mondays? Okay, what about Maria?
I don't have favorite day. My favorite day. Mm,
Maybe a day that makes you feel like energetic, like you want to do more things that day.
I don't have. Uh, I,
No.
it's random.
Okay, so any
Depending
day is
my
good for you.
depending how I feel today.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you so much for that. And Maria, pick another number, 2 or 11?
11.
11. Okay, so what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I play with my cats.
Mhm.
Always, but also in my free time, listen podcast or watch videos in YouTube. Mm,
Any type of videos? Or are those English videos?
And sometimes I see the movies in English. Um, la veo en español y luego la veo en inglés. No sé cómo vas a decir. I see
Okay,
the movies in Spanish and the same movie I see in English.
okay, so first in Spanish, then you watched it in English.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. And finally, Jesus, your question, what can you do? Do you have any special ability apart from playing the guitar?
Um, I can do handstand.
Okay. Any other
Mm,
movement?
no, I'm not sure.
Okay. So that's gonna be handstand and playing the guitar. Nice, very nice. Okay, Good job, guys. Thank you so much. So I want to ask you something. I want to know, why are you guys learning English? What is your purpose or intention? Why do you want to learn English?
Because I just realized I like languages.
Good. So do you study other languages?
Uh, on Duolingo, Portuguese.
So that's similar to Spanish. So that's easy. I mean, that's easier, you know? Great. And Maria, so why are you learning English?
Because I want to travel.
Abroad my country. Abroad my country. Fuera de mi país.
I want to travel to Europe. In this country, to talk, the people talk English, and I need to understand this language.
Great. So you want to get to know different cultures?
What is the meaning of cultures?
Cultura.
Cultures, like you are from Ecuador, right?
Yeah. ¿Cómo puedo decir? Me encantaría.
I love to.
I love to take the photos around the world.
Great.
This is my dream, my big dream.
So your big dream is traveling. Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for sharing that, guys. So I think I'm gonna leave you with teacher Joshua. So he's gonna continue with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. My name is Joshua, and for today I just wanted to get to know both of you because you'll be seeing me for the next couple of weeks, and I'll be teaching some lessons for you both. So I just wanted to start with a few simple introductions. So I'll go ahead and start first. So my name is Joshua. I'm from California. I was born in the US, but both my parents were born in Mexico. And the reason why I am teaching English is because I want to teach English abroad. So that's why I'm getting my credentials and practicing teaching English. And one thing I like to do in my free time is play video games. I'm a big gamer. That's why I have my headset. And yeah, I'm gonna post some questions in the chat for you all to answer as well. So just a quick, simple introduction because I want to get to know you both. So the first one, what's your name? Where are you from? What is one place where you would like to speak English? And then can you share one thing that you love to do on your free time? So how about you start first, Maria?
Hi. My name is Maria Cristina. I prefer Cristina.
Okay, good to know. Now I know.
I I'm from Ecuador. I live in Quito. I live with my two cats. Some place or country. I don't understand well.
Okay. So it's what's you know what country is? Country is like país. What country would you love to visit that they speak English there?
¿En qué
So
país
for
te-
example, America,
Oh,
Australia, England, New Zealand.
England.
Mm.
Siguiente.
I like to travel to England. Can you share one thing you love to do? In my free time, I really love to take the photos. To my cats, the sky, nature, everything.
That's great. Hopefully, I could see your cat one of these days. Well, in one of the lessons.
Que quisiera conocer uno de tus gatos alguna vez en mi-
All right. Oh, it's right there. Wow. So cute.
Hi,
y galaxia.
she's Galaxia. My
Mm.
other cat is Motita.
Wow. I would love to have a cat, but unfortunately, both my parents, they don't like cats.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I live alone.
No, I love cats. Well, thank you for sharing, Maria.
Thank
All
you.
right. Jesus, how about you?
Hello, teacher. My name is Jesus. Soy de Mexico.
Mm.
What is one place or country? I would like to play Australia because I know that in that place there's a lot of dangerous insects, snakes, and those species that can kill you. And can you share one thing? Another thing I like to do is design in SolidWorks mechanical parts.
Oh, cool. So you want to go to Australia for the dangerous animals?
Yes,
Whoa. So you got so you like animals that much you don't care if they're dangerous, you just want to see them?
yes.
That's great. That's great to hear. So next up, are you two familiar with the game Two Truths, One Lie?
Dos verdades, una mentira. Es un juego.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. So essentially, you're gonna tell me three things about yourself. Two are gonna be true, and one will be a lie.
About
I'll
your
do, yeah, about yourself.
yourself?
Yeah.
About
I'll give an example, okay? So, in a very basic example, I have a black shirt, right? My name is Joshua.
okay.
I have a cat, right?
Okay.
So you know, you already know which one is the lie, right? So that's just a very simple one just to get the idea. But afterwards, you have to guess which one is true and which one is not true. So I'll go ahead and start first, just to as an example. I'll do the real one now, not the easy one. So I'll type it out too. So the first one will be I have never taken pain medication. So pain medicine, I've never taken it. Second one, I cook seafood every week. And the last one, I played over 100 board games. So you guys can ask me questions to try to figure out which one is the lie.
Yes. You said you were from California, so it could be possible that you cook seafood every week.
Yeah, I even go
Also,
fishing.
you said you like playing video games. So it's possible that you have played over 100 board games. And I would say the first one is the lie.
So you think that one is the lie, that I don't take the pain medication. How about you, Maria?
¿Cuál piensas que es verdad o mentira?
Um,
I think.
I think it's same. Jesus.
Mm,
I think
Similar.
the same. Yeah.
gotcha. All right. Well, I will reveal the answer now, and the lie is that I cook seafood every week. I don't like
Mm,
seafood. I'm more of a steak guy.
okay.
So for the pain medication, I guess I should have worded it a little different. More that I don't take pain medication, because technically I did take once, and the reason is because I'm allergic. Yeah, I'm allergic to pain medication. It gives me hives and then I can't breathe. So that's why I don't take pain medications. And yes, I do play video games and also board games. So how about you two? I'll give you 1 minute to come up with your own 2 truths and 1 lie, and then we'll try to guess all together. All right. Or if you have it already, you can go. Yeah, you can type them out in the chat too. All right, I see Maria, you posted yours. All right, and while you're still thinking about yours, Jesus, can Maria, can you go ahead and read your 2 truths and 1 lie?
I
Mhm.
I have a sister and brother. I have a car. I like to sleep.
What do you think, Jesus?
It could be possible that she has a brother and sister.
Yeah, all of these seem possible.
I'm gonna say she doesn't like to sleep. That's the lie.
I'm going to guess that your lie is you have a sister and a brother.
No,
I think
Sure, my brother.
you do.
It's true.
Oh, all right. So which one was the lie?
The lie is I have a car. I don't have.
Oh, gotcha. You see, I knew the last one was true because you have a cat.
I like to sleep. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. All right, Jesus. Would you able to come up with yours?
Yes.
Feel free to post it in the chat box too, just so we can read.
Let's go.
You got it, Jesus?
Yes, I just sent it.
Oh, I didn't get it, but you can go ahead and read them if you want. Maybe Zoom is having some issues.
A mí sí se me cerraron el problema. WhatsApp. The first one, the second one, la segunda, y la última, the last one. The first one is true, the second one is true, the last one is the false. It's an example. The first one, the second one, the last one.
The first one is lie. The second and the last one is true.
Yeah.
Can you please? Oh, what? You got it right away? What?
Because I'm wrong.
La
You don't
mayoría
drink
de
water?
personas no toma agua y menos todos los días. I'm sorry, no sé cómo decirlo en inglés.
People, the most of the people,
The most of the people don't drink water every day.
You don't drink water every day?
I drink every day.
I drink every day.
I drink every day. I drink water every day. But the most of the people
Mm.
don't do no lo hacen. No, I don't know how I say.
So what do you like to drink then, Jesus?
I just write that actually I drink water every day.
You do?
Yeah.
So it was the truth then.
I wrote I drink water every day. I wrote I don't have a guitar, and I wrote I'm currently a student.
Yeah, I know the last one is correct.
Yeah.
So was it the water the lie or guitar the lie?
The lie is that I don't have a guitar, so.
Oh, there you go. I think there was some confusion. Gotcha.
I don't have guitar. It's false.
But yeah,
Okay.
thank you both for engaging in this activity. It was very nice meeting you both. And I look forward to teaching you both in the future.
Same here.
Thank
A
you.
pleasure.
Great timing. You're both excellent. You're both excellent students, and I hope you will come every week at this time.
Every Friday?
Every Friday, yes,
Friday.
please, at this time. Next week it'll be longer because you'll have 4 teachers, all right?
Tienes cuatro.
Yeah. Van a tener 4 maestros cada viernes. Maestros y maestras.
I am too happy.
Okay,
I am too happy to learning.
great. Well, I hope you will come next week. And next week we'll do more writing and speaking.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. And Jesus, feliz Día de la Independencia.
Same.
Puedes ir a celebrar
Thank
la
you, teacher.
independencia de nuestro gran país, México.
Es Día de la Independencia en México, ¿no?
Yeah. And what day is Independence Day in Ecuador?
Sorry, I don't know.
¿Cuál es el día de independencia en Ecuador? ¿No sabes?
24 May 24.
May. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Nos vemos.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
teacher. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Bye,
too.
teachers. Teacher Santiago, teacher Joshua, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Take care.
Thank you, teachers.
So, what were your impressions of our two students?
I think they're very
The-
friendly.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
friendly, and you can see that they have a lot of motivation to learn.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's good.
Yes, they're definitely. I think that probably the actually kind of on the strong side of the basics. Yeah. They're maybe approaching pre-intermediate. I thought Jesus's writing was pretty good. If you have a look at his writing, I'll show it to you again in a second. But yeah. So I think they're going to be good participants. So let me just have a look at what you wrote about the lesson, the writing lesson. This will be a way of bringing Josh up to speed here a bit. So I started the class by showing a profile, and I listed the question, what is findafriend.com? Yeah, so this was what I was trying to do here is to sort of reinforce the idea that writing has a purpose, right? It has a communicative purpose, right? There's a writer and there's an audience, right? So I wanted to get that across early on. Pre-teaching vocabulary. No, there wasn't really much, was there? And it's actually not necessary. It's optional, yeah, to pre-teach vocabulary. And in fact, if you want to pre-teach, if you want to teach vocabulary, sometimes you can provide a little bank of vocabulary while they're preparing for their writing or their speaking. You know, you could consider that if you feel that they need vocabulary. It can be advantageous also to maybe concept a few terms in the model of writing or speaking that you're doing. Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, there was a. But I did actually get them to elicit. I elicited some vocabulary from them. It wasn't really pre-teaching; it was eliciting, right? So that they would have ideas to refer back to later. Yeah.
Right.
Jesus, that was impressive. He already knows that there's a preposition to after listening. Yeah, which makes me think that maybe he's actually somewhat above this level, because that's you know, elementary level learners, they are often still making that mistake with a preposition. Okay, so that was pre-teaching, and then reading. So the reading then was this gist task. It was a model of the writing I wanted them to produce. They had to answer one of these questions. They all got it right. They read it quickly in a minute. So then we focused on the model itself, looking at the stages of the writing. Because I wanted to replicate, not exactly, but the organization I wanted them to focus on. That's part of the writing skill, is being able to organize the writing. into appropriate paragraphs, stages, and so on. So they were able to do that quite quickly. Yeah. So then there was that was part of the genre analysis, actually. So what type of information is included in this text type, and how is it organized? This is kind of what's called genre stages. For a piece of communication to be successful, it needs to go through several stages, right? If one of those stages is omitted, then it's likely that the communication will not be successful. So, for example, if they missed out any one of those, like the contact information or personal information, it's possible that the person will not, other people will not write to them. So what kind of language is generally used in this text type? So I've noted linking expressions. Well, simple conjunctions is appropriate for elementary level. So we did a little bit of work on conjunctions. And, but, because, for contrast, reasons, and addition. And as it's only a 45-minute lesson, then we just moved on from that to the motivation for writing and the writing task, which was here. Which they did quite successfully. And of course, one of the advantages of this Google Slides is that I share. You've seen this before, right? Probably. Right. Yeah. So that I share it, and then the students can actually write directly on the slides, and I can monitor their progress. If they were to write on a Microsoft Word document, they'd have more problems sharing them. And I wouldn't be able to see what they're actually writing. Also, if they're writing on a notebook, it's like, okay, how can I monitor their progress? Yeah, so that's very good reasons for using this tool, is the monitorability of it, so I can actually follow and see what they're doing, right? And also because they have shared this, they have access, and they can go and read what their peers have written, and that makes the evaluation easier with this simple checklist, right? So this was like the penultimate stage, in which they work in pairs, they read each other's writing, and they check the content. Notice it's content, whereas I give feedback on the actual language, because we can't really expect them to be experts on language or giving feedback on language at this stage. Maybe when they're more advanced, they could do that. But yeah. So that was the final stage, was me pointing out some errors like, you know, capitalization, so on. All right, any queries about that?
I have a somewhat of a general question when it comes to teaching. I believe you said it was A1 to A2 level.
Yeah.
So we came from teaching the upper intermediate level, and for those type of lessons, Ricardo really tried to emphasize to us to try to be very student-centered, have like them discover the learning topics on their own through like student discovery.
Yeah, totally.
I was just wondering if that was sort of the same for this, or if it's required to be more like hands-on, more like try to
I would say even more, because because they will understand even less of what you're saying.
Mm,
All right, and if you end up speaking a lot, then you're going to have to end up translating it,
that's
which
true.
is not
Yeah.
which is not ideal, really. Yeah,
Okay.
because we want to work through the medium of English where we can, right?
Yeah.
And it's a good discipline for us to simplify our language. So grading your language is going to be, as you're getting at here, is going to be the important thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're putting thought to this in the planning stage and you're keeping your instructions simple, right? With simple instructions, I mean, you can say, okay. I mean, I did ask a rather open question, do you understand? Which is not an ideal question, but it was, at least it was an opportunity for Maria to say whether she did or understand or not. And then you can repeat the instructions if you wish, or ask an instruction checking question. Do you work in pairs? You're going to write this on your own. But questions that they can answer easily, yes or no, are the ideal ones. Okay, so that is the writing lesson. I sent you a video of a speaking lesson or a link to it. So you can observe that and you can answer these questions as your guide. It's not obligatory, it's just a guide to help you with the observation. Don't feel you have to complete this, right? However, please do go ahead and record what your observation into CELTA 5. Remember, we've got to cover like 6 hours of observation of experienced teachers. Okay. So there you go, Santiago, and there you go, Joshua. So we can open our CELTA 5. I'm going to use iLens as an example. I'm sure you know how to do this already because Ricardo will have shown you. But just keep on doing your observations, because you don't want to have to do like 5 hours of observations in the last week, right? When you've got other things to do. So today it was 45 minutes, wasn't it? Pretty much 45. It was elementary. There were 2 learners and it was writing skills.
I have a question regarding the CELTA 5.
Yeah.
So for the lessons that our own teachers send us as an example lessons, are we allowed to log those as well? The example lessons that we watch?
But if you've actually watched them, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
can. Yeah. So you could watch the speaking lesson I gave you. You could put that down as well, right? So 45 elementary, and I think there were about 3 students there, and it was speaking skills.
Gotcha.
Whenever you watched it. So maybe if it was during the week, Wednesday, AJW, right? That's my initials. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's talk about planning TP5 then. So TP5 is going to be either speaking or writing. So it's what we call the productive skills framework. It's actually quite a simple framework. There's a lead in followed by exposure, where we use some sort of, it could be a text, audio or written, it could be a dialogue to model to give an example of the speaking skills you want the students to copy, or it could be writing a short text. Then we need to sort of focus on the aspects of useful language, or the layout if it's writing plus useful language. And then productive task, well, maybe a bit longer, 10 to 12 minutes. Oh, I mean, 15 would be great. So let's put 15 as the upper limit. I mean, that's going to be a challenge though, isn't it, for elementary level learners? And then feedback on both the content and the language. Today's lesson, we saw the students giving feedback to each other on the content. So that counted as feedback on language, on content, right? Because they gave a tick to show that they'd included the contact details.
Andre, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we still using the same website to do the planning, which is lessonplanner.com? I don't remember.
Good anticipation. Yeah. Do you have any more questions about this general framework before we move on to lesson planning, English lesson planner?
Okay, no, I don't have any questions.
All right, let's just have a quick look then. So it's the usual, will it be observed? Yes. Are you all using English lesson planner already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great because, I mean, it does provide this convenient framework for you. So you don't really have to think too much about the stages. So which template are we going to use here?
Productive skills.
Great. Okay, and you can see that stages are pretty much the same there. Yeah. I mean, it's productive task. If it's 15 minutes, that's okay. If you want to go to 20, that'd be wonderful, but yeah. But these are slightly longer than 45 minutes, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you can also reduce the feedback a bit as well. All right, so then you select the template and you get the... Try to complete some of the background. At this stage of CELTA, we want you to be thinking about the students themselves. What are their motivations and interests, occupations, jobs, and so on. Your personal aims, timetable. You could just mention this as one in a series of 2 about productive skills. The anticipated problems and solutions. Try and focus those on classroom management areas and tasks related, and save the language ones for your language analysis sheet. You will have done a language analysis sheet, right, for TP4. And you can continue. It would be great if you could continue using that. Let me just show you the one that I used for this demo. Speaking. I'll give you the one for the speaking demo. Seem to have temporarily lost the one for the writing. So just show you that. And you can see how I've oh, that's intermediate. Sorry, wrong one. Should be elementary. There we go. It's a bit simpler, more reflective of what you would do. Here we go. So the speaking lesson was about functional language for asking and answering questions about what's on TV. And I actually did provide a little bit of translation for the students there for the functions. For a speaking lesson, I think this is okay, the number of exponents that we could use. So a bit of concept checking about times, because it was quite important for them to ask and answer questions about the times the programs were going to be on. Problem and solution here. Then there was sort of breakdown of the form a little bit. With TP5 and TP6, we're kind of more interested in language as chunks, right? Rather than breaking it down into like grammatical parts of speech and so on, right? So typically we give them like sentence starters or expressions and help them a little bit with what follows the fixed part of the expression, like what time, what's on TV tonight, so on. You know, things like there is, so that they can reply, there is the news. Bit of problems on form, pronunciation. I would say the pronunciation is probably more important than the form, because especially for speaking, right? We're looking at intonation and stress. What time does that start? There's the news. So we might put little arrows in there to indicate the intonation. Now, if you're doing writing next week, you don't need to do pronunciation, right? So you can focus on other aspects. It could be layout, or what we call the generic stages of the writing. So it's some problems with pronunciation, and try and include some references if you can. Right, I'll send you this by chat. I think you've got a blank version already, but yeah. If you haven't, you can always just write over this. All right. So next week, Santiago, you're going to be doing speaking. Precisely. Let's just get the teaching practice points up. At the top here, you've got access to your materials. There are audios in there. I think you're going to need an audio of your model. And it's CD1 on page 35. No, CD1 track 35, but your actual materials are on page 17. So let's have a look at that. Just get up the materials. Here we are. And the context is quite simple. It's someone at a like store, like a electronics store, asking customers questions about things that they have at home, like laptop, camera, MP3 player, radio, and so on. So for them to be able to ask and answer questions, and your task, speaking task, is down here, 104, 109. They're going to be able to, you can give them some assistance with these, what we call adjacency pairs. So you've got a question and a short answer, right? So your speaking skill is going to be like developing their ability of in fluency of asking and answering questions. You could take a look at the audio script. If you look down here, CD 135, here's the audio script. It's useful to have that as backup and to share it with the students, so you don't have to keep repeating the audio. You'll notice there's some expressions like this could be useful to teach them. And what about you? It's a slightly different context, the speaking task, but it sort of signals that you're asking a different question.
So is it possible for me to modify some parts, but without changing the language? I mean, the target language, but can I modify some parts for them to produce?
Sure.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but remember that the main thing is to get them speaking for 10 to 15 minutes in a sort of meaningful way. Don't spend too much time on pre-teaching vocabulary. You could possibly give them a vocabulary bank when you're setting up the speaking task. The actual speaking task is, when you look at it, it's more like a guessing game. Like, what do you have? Yeah. So you could quickly review some of the vocabulary before they actually do the speaking task. I'll get them to label some of these things like DVD player. All right. Any queries?
Yeah. I remember you mentioned earlier that sometimes when students may not understand a topic, that it's okay to explain it in their native tongue. In this case, it's Spanish. Is that okay? Because I know we kind of try to stray away from that for the upper intermediate, and like, to what extent would that be okay? Because I know it's primarily supposed to be an English course.
Yeah, well, we'll try and plan for that in your lesson plan, and make sure your concept checking questions are written down and simplified. Now, if that doesn't work and they're still not getting it, you could always sandwich. That's usually when you say it in English, you say it in Spanish, and then you say it in English again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You're okay with Spanish. Both of you are okay with Spanish, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a multilingual context here. I mean, it's basically bilingual, isn't it? English and Spanish. So I think we should be okay. Yeah. But let's just try and get into the practice of grading our language as well in English. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Eileen now, and because this is recorded, she can like play the video back and look at the instructions. So Eileen, you're doing personal possessions. It's writing. Okay. You could use your own sample of a description of a personal possession. Okay, maybe something that would appear on a website. So when you're setting up at the beginning of the lesson, you could ask the students where you might see this type of text. It could be to advertise something on a website, or you could go for this thing that we have on the in the workbook. The link to the workbook is there on the teaching practice points. And okay, so we've got 3 examples of texts, models about people describing their personal possessions. I would choose just 2 of them. I mean, you could go for an animal and an object, right? And maybe for the lead-in, you could get them to match the pictures to the text. Ask 1 or 2 just questions, right? Then you can go on to some of the writing skills that you need to develop. I suggest you could go for capital letters and pronoun references for cohesion, right? Such as its and he's and maybe some substitution. It's like mobile phone, Nokia, and so on. So show the students how they can create cohesion in the text, right? You could ask questions like, what does its refer to, right? Nokia, what does that refer to earlier? Does it refer to a phone? Does it refer to the internet? Okay. And so then you could use a Google Slides as we use today to get them to write their own description of a personal item. Yeah, you can borrow some of my ideas from today, no problem. I hope that's okay. Send me an email during the week if you're not sure. Daisy, you're doing page 27, which is right here, and it's speaking. The topic is free time activities. So please read through the suggested procedure before you start planning. I strongly recommend you go with the materials as they're given. 27 is the page. Now you could use 8A as a model dialogue at the beginning of the lesson for your, what we call the exposure stage, 8A. So it's like people having a conversation like these 2 here. This could be your lead-in. Guy is asking the lady about what they do during the week, at the weekend. So the language could be from 8B, the pronunciation here. So they can practice asking and answering questions with these week forms. Do go out a lot in the week. Give them a little practice on that, and then add in some of these time phrases. And your speaking task will be down here. 105, 107. Let's have a look what it's like. I think it's probably about, do they have to fill in a table of some kind? 105, 107. Ah, yes, look, work on your own, choose the, so you gotta, they can ask questions and try and get the answers. Maybe you could put this on a Google Doc and they can write in the answers, the short answers. All right. Let me know if you have any issues with that. I'll help you. If you have any issues with the audio, it could be an issue. Now, Josh, you're doing a postcard. Let's have a quick look there. So it's expected that you will find your own sample of a postcard. Now, there is an example on page 87 of the workbook. If you get really stuck, you could use that one. Don't bother drawing the student's attention to the stamp or the address. Okay, we're more interested in the way, like my lesson, in the way they organize the information, right? Not so much the kind of trivial aspect like the address. So just skip over the address and focus on the body of the text. You could do what I did, use slides, a sample, have a checklist so that they can evaluate the content. Now, what goes into a postcard? You might think, well, not much to it, but actually, they're actually pretty well structured postcards, right? They usually have what's called a greeting and update, right? And that's usually followed by more news. There's usually a closing and connection, like an affectionate greeting of some sort. So it's pretty simple structure, but I mean that's okay because they're basics, right? So that would be your first stage after the gist, would be to get them to maybe label the different stages of the postcard, and then you can work on some of this useful language within it, and you've got an idea of how to do that from this material here. You could even, if you were ambitious, you could even focus on things like ellipsis. That's where we miss out grammatical items because it's kind of obvious, right? Having a great time in the USA, yeah. Staying in a place called Hyannis, yeah. And you could then ask them, okay, why are they omitting these grammatical items? Then that leads into a little discussion about the formality and informality of the writing, right? This is part of what we call appropriacy or register, right? So that's why it says here, ask them to identify if the language is formal or informal, all right? So it's we're not so fixated on postcards themselves, more as writing as an informal way of keeping in touch, which then could be transferred to informal emails, for example, or greetings on a social network. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's TP5. Just about done then, except for focus on the learner. Now, Ricardo will have mentioned something about focus on the learner, right?
Yeah, he did.
Right at the end of his stay with you. Did he suggest you that you find some students or a student?
For me personally, I didn't get to stay for the end of my TP4 because I missed the original one.
That's all right. No worries.
I kind of read up on the next assignment.
Okay, well, let's have a quick look at it, shall we? What about you, Santiago?
Well, so he didn't mention it, but I was reading the rubric for this focus on learner assignment. So I already contacted one of the learners from the previous TPs from the intermediate students. So I already started working with one of them.
Great. And have you had some sort of interview with them to maybe collect some ideas about their speaking abilities? It'd be great also maybe if you could follow up with a little writing task. You could send that by email so you could get a sample of writing from them. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because you are asked to provide details of their strengths and weaknesses. Now, when we're marking this is what we most often ask for a resubmission for, because the CELTA trainee hasn't really commented on the sub skills of reading, listening, speaking, and writing, right? They tend to focus on grammar and lexis, which is understandable because that's what comes up in part B, right? The focus on part B is grammar, lexis, and pronunciation, right? But in part A, it does say you should comment on the 4 skills, right? To be able to do that, it's difficult unless you've got a sample from them. That's one reason why today I try to give you a writing sample. Should you decide, for example, Joshua, I'd like to use, I don't know, Jesus as a guinea pig for FOL, right? So today you've got this audio recording, the video recording of him speaking quite a lot, but you've also got a writing sample from him. Yeah? So you could then comment a little bit about his writing ability. Which is pretty good. I mean, he looks like you could just say, well, he's very good at organizing information into paragraphs, yeah, by topic, which is higher than you would expect for an elementary level. So maybe he isn't that really elementary. Yeah, but that will be a strength that you can comment on in your assignment in that part. And thereby you would avoid having to resubmit it, like unfortunately many do because of that part. Other issues could be motivation. So look at some of the terminology for motivation in the CELTA course. Things like extrinsic, motivation, intrinsic motivation. Their learning styles and preferences, auditory, visual, kinesthetic, field dependent, social learner. Yeah. Comment on that, use that terminology, and this will also give you reasons for this later justification of the use of activities in part B. So do you have any, do we need to read over the rubric again, or maybe we could do it just for Joshua's benefit, just in case anything arises. And Santiago, it will help you to internalize it a bit. Could you start, Santiago, could you begin with in this assignment?
So in this assignment, it is possible to focus on individual adult learning or a group of adult learning, age 18
Learners,
plus.
yeah.
Learners, 18 plus. Part A, write a profile of the learners. In the profile, it is important to include the following information about the learner or learners. Number 1, level, nationality, or mother tongue. Number 2, background and learning experience with particular regard to learning English. 3, reasons or motivation for learning English and what you consider to be their needs. 4, preferred learning styles, and the activities which they enjoy most and benefit from in class. 5, details in their strengths and weaknesses. There should be a balance of grammar, lexis, pronunciation, and 4 skills: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. This analysis will help you prepare for the second part of the assignment. And number 6, refer to at least one reference book to support your observations.
Okay, so let's just pause there. So a reference book might be let me just get a reference book for you. My wife has taken on the reference books. Here we go. The typical ones: learning teaching by Scrivener. Yeah. Practice of English language teaching by Harmer. Right, and they often cover things like motivation and learning styles. Right, that will help you. All right, so Joshua, could you continue with part B?
All right, part B. Identify language problems and provide suitable activities from published material to address these. For this part of this assignment, choose 2 specific language problems. Use the analysis of the strengths and weaknesses in part A to help you identify 2 key areas which the learners need help with. Focus on problems with grammar, lexis, and pronunciation, but avoid choosing 2 problems from the same area. For example, 2 problems with grammar. Find one activity that could be used with your learners for each problem. You need to find 2 activities in total. You should hand these in with your assignment. These activities must be from other published materials and not from course book material you are using or have used on the course. Give a rationale for why you chose each activity, stating 1, why you have chosen to focus on that area of grammar, lexis, or pronunciation. 2, what exactly the activity you have chosen practices. Do not include a description of how you would use the activity. 3, why you believe the activity is appropriate for your partners. Consider whether it is engaging, meaningful, and culturally suitable.
Yeah, okay, and the word count for that part is a bit shorter. Now, it's a good idea in your assignment to provide examples that you've taken from your interview or the writing sample that you got from the students. Now, it mentions published material, so we should be looking for things like this, not advanced grammar and use, but there's a basic level version of this, and this is good because it provides self-study materials. This is a bit lacking in illustration, so I mean, one justification would be for something like this is that you want something with, you know, good illustrations or diagrams and so on for the elementary students who are probably, you know, quite reliant on visual cues, visual or auditory learners. There's something like the pronunciation. You could be looking at English pronunciation in use. Okay. This is good because there are diagrams that can help them with maybe some phonemic problems that they have producing the words, producing the sounds. And there are activities in the back here targeted at Spanish speakers in particular. Where can you find this book or other books like it? Well, make use of the resources. Okay, so we go to additional resources on our platform, and there's a CELTA library here. Yeah, it takes us off site. And so we're looking for English pronunciation in use. Click on here. And happily, there is a copy, right? Doesn't have the audio, but you don't really need the audio so much for this assignment. There are other activities, pronunciation games, yeah. If you think, you know, that will be more culturally appropriate or more in accordance with the learner's preferences. So what other books do we have? Well, we've got Lexis and Lexis books here. Oxford Word Skills could do. Grammar. Grammar practice for elementary. There you go. So you've got to find an activity that is targeted at that problem that you've selected. Yeah. Could be prepositions of place. Yeah, but don't just say they have a problem with prepositions. You need to say, is it prepositions of place or is it other types of prepositions like dependent prepositions? Or prepositions related to time phrases. So be specific about what the problem is. That will help you to narrow down the focus and find an appropriate activity. Yeah. You scan the activity and you put it into the appendix. Doesn't count towards the word count. Yeah, anything in the appendix is not included in the word count, so you're safe. Yeah, you can also put your samples from the students into the word count, into the appendix. Yeah, you may need to transcribe a bit of their speaking or a bit of their writing, but once it's in the appendix, it doesn't count towards the word count. All righty. So, any further questions? I will check back on you next week on your
Oh, okay.
progress, all right?
I was muted. For the FOL assignment, do you have a suggestion whether you would pick a student who has some stuff that they could work on in particular, or a student who is like you notice is like is one of the more knowledgeable students in the class?
I would say availability of the student.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So one we're actually working with at the moment is more likely to be available.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could give you the, if you need an email for a student, I can give you the emails, yeah? But you think about it and get back to me, yeah?
Gotcha. And this is kind of like a volunteer thing for the students.
Well, that's it, yeah, and they might get something from it. You can give them a bit of feedback as well.
Andre, I have a question. So regarding the next TP5 that is gonna be held next Friday, so
Yeah.
I would like to send my lesson plan to get some feedback. So do we have a deadline for you to send you?
No, I'm not going to, sorry, but I'm not going to accept lesson plans in advance to be marked. I mark I receive the lesson plan 2 hours in advance, right? But I'm not going to give you feedback on that. If you wish, if you want to, you can ask me questions by email.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna comment on any materials you send me because that's part of the assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you've submitted it, then I will write notes on it. And once you've delivered the lesson, you get it all back. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
But please do send me questions by email. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you
That's
so much
fine,
for that.
yeah?
And just to clarify, for you, you want us to submit it 2 hours before our session starts on Fridays.
Well, that's the normal thing, yeah, because
Okay.
that gives us that gives the tutor a chance to like read over the materials and know what to expect.
Yeah, gotcha. I think Santiago was asking because for Ricardo, he was 1 hour before. That was what his criteria was, and then he allowed us to send a draft of our lesson plan. I think it was Tuesday night.
Yeah, but
deadline.
guys, this is the second half of CELTA. The idea is that you should be a bit more. I understand why Ricardo would do that because I mean it's the first half.
Yeah.
But the idea is you're a bit more independent now. And don't forget that independence in lesson planning is part of the assessment.
Yeah, I was just saying that for clarification of
all right.
what I was asked.
Well, you know, if it's 1 hour before, I'm not going to scream at you, but you know, it's just you've got the whole week to plan it, and if you divide up your time, you can usually get it in easily for 2 hours. Yeah, so it's part of being organized, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Look forward to seeing you next week then.
Thank you so much for the session.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Have a
Andrew.
good night.
Nice.
Take care. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, have a good Greek talk. Oh, well, you do. Yeah, you don't celebrate that, but never mind.
Okay, take care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.